Hey guys, how are ya? We're having we're having a couple technical difficulties.
Oh no, we had the schedule live, and then we hit start live, and we didn't hit the schedule live, and so we had to go and stick with one or the other. So we had to delete one. So that's why it looked like things were going crazy. So
yeah, I don't know what it looked like on your end, but you know. So
that's it.
Amanda, Eddie's trying to add you on this one because he already had you on the other one. So that's what.
Yeah, we
That's
might.
fun.
I think we're going to be going with no mat on this one.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
maybe the bots won't get us.
We'll delete them ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully everybody's having a good week so far. Super excited about our live tonight. We have awesome guests, and we got a couple little things planned that we're going to do.
We have a contest.
We do have a contest.
We're going to be giving away Huddle Adventure swag.
The crowd goes, wow.
Are they there?
Yeah, they're here.
Okay.
Let me give the reaction to that. Let's do it again.
Okay, we're going to be giving away Huddle Adventure swag. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
let's see who we have with us. We have the Traveling Mannings.
Hey guys.
Howie Cruz.
Hey.
Todd is here.
Todd
Our buddy
again.
Todd. Have Luggage Will Travel.
All right.
Cruise Nuts. That was
Holly
weird.
and Brian, welcome to the show.
Hey, Holly and Brian. Thumbcat Productions. Good to see you guys.
Long time no show.
Yeah.
We're with those guys from Bermuda.
Paul Vines is here. Hey, Paul. Thank you for driving and listening. I hope you're buckled up, buddy. Eddie Lugo, my second favorite. Eddie. Howie Cruz, Thumbcat, Eddie. Let's see.
Yeah, there we
Fisher, Fun Adventures.
Hey, hi, Fisher.
Welcome.
Blaine is here.
Blaine.
All right.
I think we got
Have Luggage Will Travel.
It
looks like we got everybody.
I think we got everybody. All right, cool.
Okay.
Dave and Brandy's here.
Dave and Brandy.
So excited to have them. All right, so let's get into the giveaway. We said hi to everybody.
All right.
we told you last week that we opened up the Huddle Adventure store. If you go on our page, one of our subscribers got their shirt and it looks awesome, and she's wearing it and she looks beautiful, and we're super excited about it. So we thought that we would, I don't know why it's doing it. We thought that we would, do a couple little trivia questions and give some swag away. Hey, Sea Leg, thank you so much for joining us. Hey, Teresa, thank you for logging in on your other one. We appreciate it, sister. And Vicky's here. Hey, Vicky. So we're going to ask you 3 questions.
We're gonna spread it out though. We're not gonna do it all at once.
Right.
We're gonna give away 3 T-shirts or your choice of other swag.
There's a bucket hat.
We have a fanny pack.
Yeah, there's a fanny pack.
You want to rock like it's 1987?
I mean, you should.
Yeah, you could.
Those are helpful. Those are useful.
We have the fanny pack. We have a coffee mug.
Yep.
We have the T-shirts. We have the hoodies.
Yes.
You can even do the hoodie. We are going to.
Look at Eddie is confident. He's already telling us his
2XL.
Size. All right. Awesome. Eddie's ready. Hey,
Parkers. Hey.
So we're going to ask 3 questions. First person to get the answer correct and answer first, you will be the winner for the first.
All right, I'm going to ask the questions. You monitor the.
All right, I'm going to monitor
the answers. You're going to be the.
I'm the Vanna White.
Okay, the first question. I think that one's kind of tough. So let's start with.
No, that make it tough and then easier. They can handle it.
They're all about the same. Okay, here we go.
They're incredibly intelligent.
As we told you guys many times on this channel, prior to the pandemic, we sailed with Royal Caribbean. Laura did about 8 cruises with Royal. I did 2.
We were loyal to Royal. I don't know how to do the R. Loyal to Royal. We were loyal to Royal.
She was loyal to Royal.
Yes.
I was just going along I was doing what she told me.
Right. Like every good husband does. Hey,
right.
Joe CJ.
So here we go. We mentioned multiple times that we sailed with Royal, and my first cruise was with Laura in 2017. What Royal Caribbean ship was our first cruise on?
And go. Come on, somebody get it.
Okay. That might be a little tough.
It is a little tough because I think we only mentioned it like one time.
No, we mentioned multiple times. We did say it was an older ship, and we'll leave it at that.
Freedom, Oasis
What?
of the Seas. No,
Nope.
you can guess multiple times.
You keep on going.
Enchantment of the Seas.
Oh, you can't do it. Oh, Taylor. Taylor was on that cruise. Okay.
All right, we're gonna ixnay on the Enchantment of the Seas.
Okay.
Yay!
We're gonna add
Family
another.
members don't answer.
We're gonna add another question.
All right, good.
I'll have to think of something else. All right.
Taylor, you're getting one for Christmas, honey. No worries.
Yeah, we're gonna take care of you, Taylor. Okay. It's pretty widely known that we have 6 kids. We joke about it all the time. Last night I said we had nearly 100 kids.
Right.
I had 3 and she had 3 when we got together. What is the ratio of girls to boys? How many girls? How many boys? How many sons? How many daughters do we have between us?
4 boys, 2 girls.
Oh, Eddie Lugio. He wins.
Yeah.
All right. So that is our first shirt of the night. I'm going to have to think of another
Eddie
question.
called it. Eddie like totally put a size out there first.
He said 2XL.
Yeah.
So what we're going to have you do is...
I'll contact you, Eddie.
Yeah.
I'll send you a message through Facebook and get your address and stuff.
and
we'll
you
get
can
it
let
out.
us know what you want.
Yep.
And we'll go from there. All right. So
All right.
I have to think of another question because Taylor Rinko...
Taylor is like, she's fast finger Freddy, man. She's like,
Yeah,
what
she's like, I want some of that Huddle
She's like, I
Adventure
want Huddle
gear.
Adventure gear because you know what?
Even though she left the Huddle name,
Behind her,
yeah, she's a
she
Rinko
still
now.
wants the gear.
We got to get some Rinko gear. So I'm going to have to come up with another question. All right. So with that, I think we should go ahead and bring on Dave and Brandy. Did anyone else join?
Let's see. No, I think that's it.
Oh, they almost got that.
I know, it was close. That was
Yeah.
so super close. More to come. Okay, guys, give us a thumbs up if you're ready.
Can you hear us?
Dave and Brandy, can you hear us? Give us thumbs up. You're ready.
Maybe they are. Oh,
Oh,
let's go there.
all right. We're
We're
gonna
going
we're
live.
going live.
Now hit that one button.
This.
Nope.
And then
I think it's that one second button.
second button. Okay.
There we go.
There we
Oh, look at that
are.
technology.
Hi.
Hey
can you hear
guys,
us?
how do you get that off the screen?
Oh, can't hear you.
Oh, do we have our mics up?
Let's see if we can turn it
Can
up.
you guys hear us? Anybody?
Well, I mean,
They got to hear us.
yeah.
They're answering
They
the
answered the
questions.
question.
Yeah, we're 100%. We don't hear you guys, Dave and Brandy. What is that on their face?
I have no idea.
We gotta get
Okay,
rid
I
of that.
see Eddie and all them saying yes. Oh, okay.
You gotta get rid of that.
I have no idea.
You
Hey,
can-
Mama's Adventures. We're having a technical issue here. We'll get it worked out here in a second.
It's something you did last time. That looks better.
Yep, that looks better, but you're
But
not
it's
seeing the
still-
chat.
It's still showing the chat on the screen.
Yeah, that's weird.
There we go. Okay, I think I got rid of it. All right, guys. We still don't hear you, Dave and Brandy. And our lights are so bright. Turn those down. Turn some down.
Nope. All right, we're going to let them work on the tech issue. We're going to ask another question.
Well, you sure?
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Everybody listening? What ship did we do our first back-to-back cruise on?
Breakfast burrito. Oh, Gary, you were so close.
Damn it. It was breakfast burrito. It was a fancy little ship out of Mexico. They just served breakfast all day long and tequila.
Mardi Gras? Nope.
Not Brandy Gras.
It was a carnival ship.
Yeah, it was a carnival. Yum. We got a yum. I wonder what's going on. I really wish we could get rid of that off the screen.
Thumbcat said magic. Oh, traveler bust. You are correct with the Vista. Yay.
Yeah, it was a Vista.
All right, so I'm going to
We
write
got
that
another
down.
one.
Traveler bust. I will be in contact with you to get you your prize. Congratulations. Yeah, we did a back-to-back on the Vista. I still can't hear you guys.
Yeah. The Vista was it was cool. We did the Panorama first. The Panorama was our first Vista class ship. And our buddy Josh was dogging the Vista class ships last night pretty hard. I do agree with what he's saying though. The atrium on the Vista class ships is nothing like the classic Carnival ships with the tall atriums and the glass elevators.
You do miss that.
Yeah, who doesn't love that? That's really cool. I'm not a real big fan of the funnel, although it is kind of cool initially when you see it for the first time.
But it's
like, wow,
pretty cramped.
That's it. But yeah, the ceiling feels pretty low. And if you're Josh, all the ceilings are low except for those glass atriums. So, is there anything we can do?
I'm not sure.
Go to this.
Hold on one second. We're trying to figure something out here. That mutes them.
Okay, they're not muted.
Right.
Nothing's wrong on our end.
The Vista class is awesome, Gary.
Yeah, we really liked the Vista class. The Panorama was really cool. Sailing out of Long Beach was kind of neat. So now we can say we sailed out of California, we sailed out of New York, and we've sailed out of Texas and Florida. So we've been pretty much.
Hey, Dave and Brandy. Eddie said, check your auxiliary mic see if it's connected.
Eddie Lugio.
Yeah. Okay.
Where do you get? I wonder what they're using. Eddie, how do you get this text to stop showing up on the screen here? Or turn something on.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's never done that before. It's very odd.
Is it private stream? I don't know. I don't have no idea.
I have no idea either.
It's so silly.
It is weird.
Okay, I really wish I could get rid of that. Do you guys see the text on Dave and Brandy's screen? How do I get rid of that? Stream is for your video.
Can you call your cell? I could.
That's a stream.
I have no idea.
That does nothing.
It's so weird. It's never done that before.
All right. I see you guys have your, you got like a,
well, their text is, oh, they're frozen.
What's frozen?
They are.
Yeah. Well, he's trying different things.
Oh, okay. So sorry, guys.
Yeah. We had technical difficulties the first time we did.
We can see them now.
They're back on.
I can't hear you, though. Still can't hear you. Huh. Not sure.
Oh, Taylor didn't know the questions were for a prize. That's funny. It's no problem, Taylor. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It was a spontaneous thing.
All right. So I don't know what the issue could be.
I really, honestly, I have no idea.
We just use, guys, we use a laptop, and we just use the mic on the laptop. Are you guys on a laptop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very weird. Let me try to do this again. So weird. I don't know what it is. Oh. They logged out. Maybe they'll log back in. We'll try again. Yeah, that's funny, Katie. Taylor knew the answer. I didn't, and I was on the cruise. So one of the topics that we're going to talk about tonight, if we can get this to work with Dave and Brandy, is this past week, Carnival has issued a statement regarding behavior. And there's been a couple of different stories in the news in regards to, fighting on cruise ships. And not all of it's been on Carnival, but a couple of the big ones were. So I kind of paraphrased it, but there's a few disturbances on Carnival ships. They don't want that reputation. So they issued some check-in, like when you check in, the before you go.
It's called the Code of Conduct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly and Tammy's Journey. Hi.
Hey guys, we're having some technical difficulties.
We're trying to bring our
Dave
guests
and Brandy
on
right now.
Oh no, Dave and Brandy, please don't be sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault.
It's not your fault at all. Try to log back in and see if you log back in, we'll try it again. And if not, then what we'll do is we'll do a practice session and we'll try to do it again. So anyway, so I'll paraphrase what Carnival said, but basically, they want everyone to have an amazing vacation, but to be mindful that a cruise ship is shared space and that everyone should feel welcome and included. And this starts with everyone showing care and respect towards others. It states in the Know Before You Go section that, no one will ever confuse a Carnival cruise ship with the school library, but experience has taught them that everyone has a better time when their children are supervised. Noise in the hallway is kept to a minimum. Guests follow cues, and the spirit of community and neighborly behavior is shown by all. Now, for consequences, they're basically saying that any kind of behavior that disrupts the peace of others, making anyone feel like, they're not welcome, and any guest whose behavior interferes with enjoyment, safety, or well-being of another guest and or the crew members, they're booted off the ship at the next port. They have to pay their own way home, and they are not allowed to sail with Carnival again. So, having said that, just kind of wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it. Like, we talked a little bit about this last week about how the kids on this last cruise on the Magic, they were so bad. They were so bad. It was like a whole gang of them. Let me see if they were able to log back in. Oh, let's see. I don't see them there. Yeah,
so we hate, like we said last week, guys, we hate being, the couple that's complaining about, put show on stream.
I don't think they're there.
Okay. We said last week we didn't want to be that couple that's complaining about the kids on the cruise ships, because we think cruises are great for families.
Yeah,
and
we took all 6 of our kids on a cruise and we had a great time, but it's difficult when they're not being supervised.
Well, see, and that was our first time being on a cruise where it was like absolutely out of control with the kids. And, we were sitting there thinking that people were just being ridiculous, complaining about kids in the last few months. Now, keep in mind, our last cruise with Carnival was in February of last year, which is in the middle of the winter time. We were on the Mardi Gras. No, actually, gosh, I can't even remember where we were on the Sunshine in March. And, there really wasn't that many kids. There was no problems with kids on that one. And then we were on a celebrity cruise in April. So when we got on that cruise on the Magic, it was really shocking to us how you've seen all these kids together all day in this huge packs of kids. And you never saw an adult with them at any time of the day or night. They were running amok, on the ship, running up and down the hallways and stuff like that. And so that has really obviously become a big issue because Carnival felt the need to address that. And then you got what I call Fight Club at Sea, where knuckleheads are getting into fist fights, and it's happening. It seems to be happening in the nightclub. We don't make it to the nightclub. If you've been watching our blogs from the Magic, we don't really make it out of Ocean Plaza, guys.
Listen, we made it out till 1:30 in the morning, and we thought we were ballers.
Yeah,
we were like rock stars.
That is late for us.
We never stay up that late. So Thumbcat Productions said the reason you saw security at the pools on the Magic is that security was called twice on the kids. Yeah, I don't doubt that, because it was like, I think like individually, They probably were, you know, like really, you know, well, maybe well-behaved kids, but as they got together in a larger group, you know, I think it gave them like, I don't know.
And point of reference, Thumbcat Productions was on the Magic with us, and we mentioned them in, I think it's our day 2 vlog or day 3. But anyways, yeah, it was kind of crazy. And towards the end of the week, we noticed that there's a security presence down by Club O2 and Circle C, whatever the name of those clubs are, on the 4th deck there on the Magic. So again, you have the kids running wild, which, you know, kids being kids is one thing, but when they are, you know, being purposefully disruptive and trying to cause problems, we got on an elevator with 2 little sisters, and they were probably, I would say, you know, probably 10 and 11. You know, they look like they're about a year apart. And the one sister was yelling at the other sister. She's going, "You got to quit pressing all the buttons on the elevators. Don't do it. Don't do it." And she's like, "Don't tell me what to do," you know, when we got in the elevator. So they were hitting all the buttons on the elevator, which made it real hard to get an elevator. The elevators were like frozen. They weren't even moving.
Hey, Seagull Media.
So here they come.
Oh, let's see if we can get you guys back in here.
Hopefully we got it. So
Mama's Adventure said that they had a kid kick a lady in the swimming pool. Hey, Dave and Brandy, I'm going to try to bring in and see if this works, okay? Let's see if we can hear you.
Let's give this a shot.
Oh,
yes!
Hey! Yay! Yeah!
You are the tech geniuses. I had no idea at all.
No, it's called swooping up.
That was crazy.
Hey, you were gonna really, people are gonna be disappointed if they didn't get to see Dave and Brandy.
So many people excited about tonight. Hey, Armstrong.
Yeah, I feel like we have rock stars in the house, guys.
Right.
I don't know about rock.
There's John Held, and then there's you guys. You guys represent Carnival very well.
You know, we love the cruise and love to have a good time. That's basically the end of the story.
So we started talking a little bit about our topic about the press release and the documentation from Carnival about disruptive behavior. Kind of wanted to get your opinion on it. I mean, our opinion, we feel sad that they had to do that in the first place.
Well, it's a society thing right now, and it is sad. I mean, to us, that's common sense. I mean, everything that was in that press release is kind of common sense. But
yeah,
we've cruised. I mean, we've cruised 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times since the restart, and the worst was by far out of New York on the Magic.
Yeah,
that was us.
Because we did a 4-night on the Magic out of Norfolk, Virginia, Memorial Day weekend, and it was fantastic.
Different crowd, yeah.
Different crowd, and it's not a Carnival problem, and it's a New York problem, and I might get in trouble for saying that, but that's just what it is.
Nothing again. We love us. We have some friends that are from New York, and we love them to death. And it's nothing against anybody from New York.
No.
People are traveling to New York to sail out of there, but I'm telling you, you're right. There's something about
the lack of respect for the crew. I mean, Cass yelling at crew members or yelling at bartenders. I mean, there was just it was ridiculous. And
arguments on Lido deck or stupidness.
Yeah, and like you guys are saying about the kids running around, and this isn't the first time we've had issues out of New York. I mean, our Horizon cruise out of New York was similar. Our Sunshine cruise out of New York. I mean, it's a different crowd. It's amazing. We're 2.5 hours away in Baltimore. What a different crowd it is to cruise.
You're right. You know, wherever you're sailing from, most of the people on that ship are going to be within driving distance of the port. That's pretty much common sense. Laura and I, we tend to look at it kind of different because we fly to every port.
Everywhere.
We're up here in Michigan. We can't drive. If we start driving to ports and I got to burn vacation time behind the wheel and I want to be on a ship and not driving, you know, so we fly everywhere. And we do notice there's a different vibe, you know,
for sure,
where you're sailing at.
And it's not everyone. I mean, we sat with people for breakfast that were from the city and from New York, and even they were embarrassed about how the crowd, you know, and it's not everybody. It
No.
isn't, but it's just you don't remember the good ones. It's like everything else in life. You remember the bad. You remember the, you know, because they stand out more than the 95% everybody that's enjoying the cruise and having a good
We
time.
feel kind of silly because we were defending the kids pretty strongly until we got on this one. We're like, holy smokes! Now we see what they're talking about.
And the VIFP page, over like the last, I want to say, good 4 or 5 months, there's been nothing but brutal discussion about children and you know,
all over.
and
the
we were
different
like
ships.
defending the kids, saying, you know, come on, you know, let them
Well,
have fun.
it's, I mean, everybody's been cooped up for 2 years. You know, everybody's been cooped up for 2 years, and it's like everybody just got to learn how to interact again or something.
You know, and like you guys, you said you sailed 6 times since the restart. We've sailed 9 times since the restart, and I think we got a little spoiled initially because there wasn't, you know, the ship was like half capacity, 60%. We didn't have to stand in line. We felt like rock stars. You would just go, what do you want to get? We'll get anything we want because there's no lines. You didn't have to wait for nothing.
Yeah.
And it was a lot, and there wasn't that many kids because of, you know, the pandemic, the vaccine mandate and all that stuff. So it is kind of crazy. The fight. We only saw one adult acting like an ass on the ship, and the lady wanted to talk to the captain. She wanted them to bring the captain down.
Listen, I'm known for, I'm not known for being able to keep my mouth shut. Just not one of the virtues that I missed that line. Okay. And we were standing in line. Our son was getting a new sign and sail card because his the plastic was peeling off of it. So we're standing there, and this lady went up to the counter and she was like, I want to speak to the captain right now. And the lady was like, we can't really talk. It's like, the captain. And she was demanding. And I looked at her, I'm like, he's like driving the ship right now.
Yeah, it's more important things right
busy.
And I'm like,
I go, but he's driving the ship. He can't talk to her right now. Like, she doesn't understand, you know. It was so funny.
It was pretty funny.
It was funny.
But really, you know, and then you have the fights. And what my dad taught me when I was a kid, he said, nothing good ever happened in a bar after midnight, right?
You're right.
Those clubs where everybody's dancing, you got all that testosterone, all those young guys in their 20s and early 30s, and they got that, you know, the macho Randy Man Savage thing going on, and they bump into each other, and you know, it turns into just stupidity, right?
So I think
we've cruised 19 times in all Carnival, and we've never seen that kind of activity, or that kind of, because you know we're back in the cabin at midnight, you know, you know, and
we tend to be
Carnival. There's been some royal ships. I mean, there's
it's
you know, industry wide right now, and it's just, I hope it calms down. But I will say one thing, and I don't know if you guys noticed, when we were on the Magic in July, there was far more security than we have ever seen on a ship.
Oh yeah,
like everywhere you went, inside, outside, day, night, and we have never seen that much security before.
I honestly have never seen. I know they're there, but I've never seen their presence.
Right.
But we saw their presence. We mentioned it on our vlog on our live last week. They were like out there, you know, just standing there. We figured that, you know, people had called on those. It was a gang of like 20 kids, if not 30, just destroying door decorations, knocking on doors, food fights, and the just all kinds of stuff. We never saw nothing like that before.
Yeah, and it's, I hate to say New York, but it's just
Eagle Media, awesome. Our teen curfew is 1 a.m., but the team closes at 11. On Royal, as a parent with 3 teens, it's frustrating that it closed before the curfew. That doesn't, it should line up. So, so one of the we have some questions for you, but before we get to that, and I want everybody to kind of give us feedback on this, like, as a cruising community, like, how do we help with this? Like, how, I mean, it seems like it's common sense, right? It seems like everybody should know, like, how to behave, but how do we not not, I don't, it's very important to me that I don't want anything negative out there about, like, I don't want to talk negative about our Magic Cruise. We had an amazing time, but there was something, but how do we get it out there to people without being negative about cruising and turning people away? Because we don't want to I don't want to hurt the cruising industry, but at the same time, like, parents,
You have to be honest.
like parents, like, watch your kids. Like, how do we get the word out there like that? You know?
Sometimes the adults are worse than the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah, pack your patience, you know.
Yeah. Well, you guys probably had Ryan Rose when you were on
Yes,
that.
yes.
And
He was awesome.
we loved him.
Yes.
And he's so real and spoke his mind. And, you know, because we were talking to him the one day and he said he had a lot of people saying that the crew didn't seem as friendly. He said, but look at how they're being treated. You know, and for him to be honest enough to say that to us was, but, you know, his tagline was always spread love. And when we were getting off the ship in Amber Cove, and I said it in our blog today, he said, you know, his advice was spread love and don't put yourself in a situation that's going to piss you off.
You know, Holly and Brian said Virgin Voyages may have the answer. I hate to agree with that, but I mean, it crossed my mind. It was like, do I not like sailing with kids anymore?
Listen,
I don't want to be that.
Magic, our 15-year-old was with us.
Yeah.
Our youngest is 15, and he was with us, and he had no interest in going to the teen club. He stays with us, or he ran around with his brother. His brother's 22, and they know not to be idiots, right? And it's a privilege to be able to go on a cruise ship, and they're well behaved because they were raised to be well behaved. So I mean, I guess the answer is what the people did, and it was notify security, because you certainly can't reprimand someone else's children without it becoming an adult fight issue.
And I think they are taking it more serious, because our first sea day, there was an incident on leadoff with two ladies fighting over deck chairs, and one spit on the other one. And when we got to Amber Cove, the police were on the pier, and she was escorted off the ship with all her luggage. So they are taking things seriously.
Yeah. I guess we just let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Kelly and Tammy, we agree. We love Carnival too. We got a million Carnival cruises coming up, and it's not going to stop us.
Yeah, I absolutely love Carnival. Laura and I did a celebrity cruise, and she's kind of sweet on celebrity, but I'm still a Carnival guy because I'm just a blue collar guy, and I don't like anything that's like too fancy, and I just like things that are a little down to earth and simple, because I'm simple. And Carnival is
I'm with you.
Have fun. They want to have fun, right? Yeah. And sometimes people don't know how to have fun right, and then they become idiots. So that happens. But it happens on Royal, like you said, Dave. It happens on all the cruise lines. And guess what? Royal and Celebrity, no drink limit. No drink limit. I hurt myself on a Royal ship one time because of that. They're not looking out. My 50th birthday, I got a little too festive and couldn't get off at 80 because I had a headache. So
we're cruising this Saturday, and excited to get back on a ship. And
what ship and where are you going?
The Legend out of Baltimore.
Nice.
It's Canada New England cruise, so it's an 8-night. Boston, St. John, and Halifax.
Well, that's a good time of year to go.
Oh, it's going to be. Yeah. Is it soon for the color, or will there be some color there?
Maybe a little starting.
Yeah.
They're changing here a little bit.
Yeah, they're changing over the mountain here.
Hey, these guys they're in Pennsylvania. They get to see enough of the color, and they get the snow and the cold, and who wants to go out there and be cold, right?
We love it.
I think you're doing the right time.
Yeah, it is a good time. All right, let's spend some time getting to know you guys. Are you ready?
Right.
All right.
Now, she's going to be asking you questions we know the answers to because we are Dave and Brandy fans.
Yes.
And Kona.
We love us.
Yeah, he's like.
Oh, here he is. Wait. He's right there.
All right. So, out of the two of you, who went on the very first cruise? Was it together? And whose idea was it?
Our first cruise was with the both of us. Our first time. And it was his cousin Michelle's idea to get us on a cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually cruising with us this week. But it was the Carnival Breeze, June of 2013.
Nice.
it was a heck of a day because they put me on an airplane for the first time in my life and
Wow.
on a ship the first, like, all within hours of each other. So it was a little overwhelming at first, but
Oh, you did
we've grown to love it.
you did the fly in and board the ship on the same day. That's what we did too. Boy, that's brutal. That's tough.
And there was
Alright,
a
so-
delay in boarding that day, and like we were stuck outside the terminal for like 2 hours in the Miami sun, and I was so miserable by the time I got on the ship, but it all worked out.
So, like, were you nervous flying? Did you like white knuckle the whole way there, or were you like okay with
Too
it?
bad, just never did it before, not sure, but it was fine.
I find I've flown a million times. I used to travel for work, and so I've flown. But I find if there's any like gap in between my flights, I'm a little like nervous. If I haven't flown in like a month or two, I feel a little nervous. But if I'm flying all the time, it doesn't. I'm not nervous at all. All right, so we know that Carnival is special to you guys because you guys were married on a Carnival cruise. Tell us about it and how was that experience?
Wonderful. It felt like Carnival gives you like a listing of what you want with flowers, the cake, the food. They made it too easy. It felt like I wasn't doing enough with that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
it was a Carnival Pride.
Yep.
And it was the biggest thing was we didn't know our venues. We went and toured the ship a couple months earlier, and they showed us all the venues on the ship that were possible, but they didn't actually assign our venues till 2 weeks before. So that was a little stressful getting what we wanted.
Mainly because we were one of 3 weddings that day.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But we got the chapel
Yep.
for the ceremony, and then the piano bar for the reception, which is what we wanted. One of the options was the dance club, which Beauty's Dance Club on the Pride was one of the options, and but there's a lot of like mannequins and like naked statues and type of thing.
Yeah.
There's not a thing for our reception, but it all worked out.
Awesome. So you would recommend if someone's thinking about
absolutely.
possibly getting married, a cruise ship's a good place to do it?
Yeah.
In a heartbeat. Memorable, simple, but memorable.
It's like you're saying, it's awesome. We wanted simple, memorable. It's one day, you know.
Did you have a lot of your family with you?
Yeah, I had mainly because my mom is the oldest of 11 kids, so we had my just major like aunts and uncles.
Mhm.
I didn't invite any cousins, but that was a whole big to do. But I digress.
Yeah,
Can't
I-
have everybody on.
But we had almost 40 people for
Yeah.
the ceremony reception. We got married Embarkation Day. And then like my family, about half of the whole group stayed and sailed with us for the week. So
Oh
That's
wow.
and then
awesome.
the other half got off before we sailed, but it was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yes.
Well, that's cool. They let them on the ship for the ceremony then, huh? That's
Yep.
awesome,
That
man.
is-
Yeah,
I
we just
never
give them
knew
a
that was
visitor's
possible.
pass and-
That
What was
is
that?
awesome. I never
Yeah.
knew that was possible. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So, what, did you guys to do that? Did you like board the ship before everybody else to get married on the ship? Okay.
Yep.
Well,
You do it early in the morning, huh?
No, we board wedding parties board first, and then diamond platinum. That's all was back then.
Oh, okay.
So we boarded 11:30, and then general boarding started like 11:45. Then they had 2 staterooms ready. We had a suite, so they had our room ready. Then they had Brandy's parents' room ready, so we could each get ready. Then our
Nice.
ceremony was at 1:30, which was about a half hour, and then the reception was at 2:00.
Yep.
So, yeah. So I mean, everybody else was on it, but all our guests were able to go to Lido and eat and everything. And then they claimed the food at our reception was delicious, but we didn't have any because
We didn't have
we
time.
didn't have time.
You were a
So-
little busy. Yeah.
Yeah. But
You know,
just by the time you talk to everybody, and but then they did a signature drink for us, and the cake was delicious.
Yeah.
That is, you guys are blowing my mind. I knew none of this was
Well,
even possible.
We only cruised with Carnival since the restart, and there was no weddings, right? They
Yeah.
they just restarted weddings recently.
Yeah.
And we haven't witnessed a wedding party get on the ship yet. So I'm really curious about that.
So we have a question from Todd. He wants to know where you guys are from.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
north of the Stratton area, like the northeast corner.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
So question number 3 is for Brandy. How did you get into travel agency?
I was actually thinking about it for a little while. then the pandemic hit. So I kind of laid off. Like, this is probably not the time to do it. But then I actually got started after we saw the Mardi Gras. We were there for the homecoming back in in June. And they said, you know what, I'm gonna do it because we have a feel, we have a knack for it. We've done it how many times? If we could help others and maybe get some discounts on cruises, why not? Feed the addiction. But
Hey, Cruise World.
Wow, Cruise
And
World.
let's see who else joined us. There's someone else that joined us. I wanted to say hi to real quick. Sorry, guys. Together we travel. Hi. All right. If anybody else has any questions for Dave and Brandy, just pop them in the chat. All right. So our next question is, what do you think? Like people that you talk to that are never cruised before, what do you think are the biggest misconceptions of new cruisers?
I think, well, just personally, I think the biggest misconception is the price tag on it. In my opinion, I would think.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think, oh, it must be nice to cruise or like this and that. Not when you break it down.
Yeah.
It just, to me, it's so affordable than going to the shore for a week or going through. Yeah, it's just the price value makes us want to cruise. And you get to unpack once and you go to different destinations and you get to relax.
I love that. Yeah.
And the biggest advice is don't overthink it.
Yep.
And I think that's what a lot of people, they overthink it and we were guilty of it too.
Yeah.
But and
I think for people just have to understand that you may have an itinerary that could change.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Your travel plans are not going to be perfect.
The weather's
not going to be perfect. You're not guaranteed sunshine just because you're going on a cruise. So
Right.
you have to have a hey, traveler bust. You have to have an attitude of rolling with it and making the best of whatever the day brings you. If you're that kind of person, I think cruising is great for you. If you're very rigid in your plans and like you will be mad if you skip that port or if you have a pool day in mind and it rains and you can't roll with whatever other activities are available, then it might not be the right vacation.
Yeah, you have to be flexible. I mean, and that's kind of how we are. We're kind of go with the flow. Nothing's perfect. It's not. Have we ever had a bad cruise? No. Are some better than others? Yes.
Yeah.
But you just got to roll with it. You just got to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I think
what you make it.
I think two of the misconceptions I get from people that haven't cruised before, talk about cruising. Number one, they act like they're going to be on like a 32-foot, houseboat or something, and they talk about how are you going to do it, the waves, and don't you get seasick? I mean, they picture you out there going like this the whole week, like, whoa, boy. And then the other one is it's a petri dish at sea. You're gonna get stomach flu. You're gonna get sick and all that kind of stuff. So that that kind of stuff. You end up telling them you don't even feel this shit. You forget you're on a ship unless you're looking at the ocean half the time.
Yeah.
We joked that we were on a Royal Caribbean ship once, a real big one of those Oasis class ships, and we were at the Irish Bar for too many hours on that ship, and you didn't even see the ocean. No. You thought you were in Boston with my cousin from Boston. You're
Kona.
sitting there, and every once in a while the ship would move. Oh, Kona's on there.
Yeah, that's the one thing that the one edge that I give Carnival over Royal, in my opinion, is that when you're on Carnival, you can always see outside.
Yeah,
you can always see ocean, and sometimes when you're on Royal, if you get in that promenade area. There's no way, you don't even know it feels like you're in a big, huge, like mall or hotel.
And that's been my hold up on sailing Royal. I'm sure it's fantastic. I'm sure the ships are gorgeous. I'm sure there's so much to do, but I like seeing the water. And I've watched the videos and I'm like, it looks like I'm in a mall. I don't want to be in a mall on vacation.
You have to make a point of going out to see the ocean. And so I give Carnival that edge.
You should go with us. We're doing Oasis of the Seas twice. We're doing it in December, and then we're doing it with How We Cruise. Yeah, I think you guys can't do the How We Cruise one though. I think I heard you guys say that you got something going on at the same time.
We were just about to pull the trigger on Oasis out in New York for next April, and I was within a day of booking it. And then we had some friends like Holly and Brian and some other that were going on the celebration.
MGM.
So we
Yeah.
so we jumped on that.
But when you do your first royal, everybody says Oasis is the best one to go on. All right. So next, have you ever done a cruise in Europe?
Nope.
We haven't either.
No.
I want to do that so bad.
At this point, it doesn't interest us that much yet. I'm sure someday it will, but I don't know. There's still a lot to. We're doing Alaska next year. We're really excited about
When are you
Alaska.
going to Alaska? What month?
June
June 27th.
June 27th.
Yeah.
We're going a couple weeks before you.
May 2nd.
Yep.
Yeah, we're on the Carnival Spirit. So
Us too.
Yeah.
We were in Freedom.
the class of ship. That class of ship that's the pride, the legend. They're all.
I was actually.
I'm really excited.
We were
By
booked
far
on
our
the Freedom,
favorite.
and they changed it to the Spirit. And we were so happy.
Yeah, we're thrilled
So
about
were
that.
we.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Really?
And then the Freedom caught on fire for doing that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Don't.
Karma is real.
Yeah.
All right. So
Nuts.
I didn't put a hex on or nothing.
no, we would not do that. All right. So you get on the ship, you go to muster.
Mhm.
You're all done with your muster. What's your first stop?
I know this answer.
I do too.
You do?
I do.
Well,
Can I answer it for you?
Yeah.
Dave is Red Frog.
Uh-huh.
He's going to the Red Frog.
Yep.
And Brandy, you're going to go with him because you're amazing.
yeah, absolutely.
Don't let her fool you. She's leading the way sometimes.
Yeah, we know you love the Red Frog, buddy. We know that.
Oh, look. Holly and Brian and Kelly and Tammy got it too.
Red Frog. Yeah. Red Frog.
But our biggest Embarkation Day advice is avoid the crowds.
Oh,
You know, everybody gets on the ship, right to Guy's Burgers, right to the
Yep.
buffet. And we're not big buffet people anyway, but we'll either grab tacos at Blue Iguana or ships with the barbecue. We'll go to Pig and Anchor or whatever and get the barbecue. And like the magic we did out in New York, there was one under the table. You know, our motto is go where they're not. If you know, and even during the week, we don't go at peak times because you just don't want to deal with the crowd on vacation. So you just
we do the same
you
thing.
change it up by a half hour, an hour, and you save yourself so much aggravation by avoiding the crowd. Yeah,
Absolutely. We agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I do fight to get in line at Guy's Burgers.
He
So
does,
I do
yeah.
admit that. But I'm pretty persistent. I get in there.
And I do go to the buffet area
You get
because
something to
I got to get my funfetti cake. So I
Oh,
gotta go
yes.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
a bomb.
yeah.
That's a bomb. Okay.
All right. So next question
Mhm.
is: if you started your channel all over again, would you do anything differently?
I was thinking about this, and no, I like starting from the humble beginnings.
Yeah.
I originally started just as like a slideshow, saying, "Hey, this is what we did," that type of thing. Then that was back on the breeze in 2013, but really didn't start vlogging until 2018, just because I just wanted to just show more and be more involved and not be so camera shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are very, very comfortable. We're getting there. He's on much more often than I am. But I'm just now getting over. I hate the sound of my voice. You know?
get over it because I'm the same way.
I'm getting over it, but
Yeah.
he's a lot more comfortable than I am.
Yeah, doing the cruise news, that doing like 3, 4, or 5 videos, 6 videos a week. After a while, you just I know I sound dumb, but I just accept it and I just roll with it. But we never intended to do cruise news. We were just gonna vlog, and the funny thing is we do cruise news really well, and
we're not great vloggers.
We're not great vloggers.
No, we're trying to get better.
I refuse.
we're not either.
Well, I
disagree with
you guys
you.
are good.
You're very good.
We refuse. Well, I refuse. I hate to be a conformist. I want to try to do my own thing. And everybody does a day 1 on the Mardi Gras, day 2 on the Mardi Gras, day 3. And I'm like, I don't want to. Everybody does that. And then, you know what? I gave in. I'm magic.
It was because of me, because I like to watch day 1, day 2, day 3. I like that format because I want to see the ship. I want to see your sea day. What's available that day? What are you eating? What are you doing? Like, I want to know. I want to see it that way.
Well,
so I kind of talk.
I avoided it just because I thought everybody else is doing it. And the reason I do cruise news is because I do it without the clickbait and the sensationalism. I refuse to do that. I refuse to do, what's Carnival doing next? Oh, they're gonna kick you off the ship, people. You know, and I won't do that. That's bullshit. And it's what the mainstream media does. They make cruisers and the cruising industry look bad, dangerous. It's crazy. There's all this stuff going on just to get you to click on the videos.
But I'll tell you this, and this is sad to say, but when he does like the title for his thumbnail for Cruise News, if he even flirts with a little bit of drama, it gets so many more views. People like it. Terrible.
Drama sells.
You know, there's a difference between there's like good clickbait and bad clickbait. Good clickbait is when your story has something to do with what you actually put in your thumbnail. And bad clickbait is when you don't actually cover what's in your thumbnail and you just hint at things and you don't really know. And the other thing I refuse to do is share stuff that isn't facts, that isn't actually factually proven at that time. I refuse to do stories like that, so I'll wait. And then there's some things like everybody and their brothers already covered it, and they're covering it without all the information. I'll wait a few days and then do a story with more detail on it. But like I said, it's just he won't always have like the breaking news because there may be more information more information that's needed. I work for a living, man. I got a job, and we're not doing this for a living either. So we do it for fun. We're here for fun and friends. That's how we started vlogging.
That's our biggest thing. We have made so many friends in the community, and just like Holly and Brian, they're in the chat. We met them on our Carnival Pride cruise in 2019, and they had watched some of the channel, watched some of the vlogs, and came up to us on the ship, and we became great friends, and we got a couple cruises, and just other creators. We've met so many other creators that are just real. Everybody in the community is who they are, pretty much. And,
but you see what you really get.
We're sailing with Rob and Favor Fenwick Saturday. They're on our cruise.
I'm so excited.
So excited to see them again. They are great people.
I love them.
Hey, you tell Favor that she has to let Robert have a T-shirt of the day.
Yes, he needs that
because he always has the coolest T-shirts with and the poor guy, all I get to see is his foot behind the mirror when he's holding the door, so it won't close. She's like, I got this from here.
He needs the shirt of the day segment.
And Robert's holding the mirror behind it. And then she goes, and we were at that one place. It was called Rob's Grill. And he's always
so smart. He remembers everything.
I love Favor. Robert is a sleeper on that channel. He's my boy, Robert.
They're amazing people. Me and Rob we did that back to back in the Mardi Gras and spent 2 weeks with them.
I remember.
And they are such amazing. And Rob's funny. You don't get as much of the vlogs. But in person, he is so
yeah, he is awesome, and that's when we started following you guys.
Yeah,
because we were,
I was big Favor Rob fans and watching them, and that's how we found you guys. We got to know you through them, and then we became fans of yours as well.
We probably watched all your vlogs. Yeah, honestly. We have it on in our bedroom on our giant TV, and I wish in the middle of the night with vlogs going, it'll be like, well, good morning. Here's my sock of the day. I'm like, Jay, dude, it's doing
I get insomnia and I'm watching cruise vlogs all night long. Yeah. So it's a problem. I'm dealing with it.
Yeah,
we do the same thing. We don't watch a lot of TV. We're watching cruise vlogs or this or that or different creators, and it's
better than cable.
Yeah. I can't take the news. I turn the news on. I can't deal with it.
I can't watch it anymore.
That's one of the things I love about cruising is there's none of the politics. There's no nonsense. Everybody's friends. It doesn't matter where they're from. Everybody you just have a good time, right?
You look at how many different nationalities are on those ships, and everybody works together. Everybody gets along. It can be done.
I had those guys in Texas making fun of my accent. I said, my accent? What about you, buddy? Hey, why didn't you talk funny? I like the way you talk. I'm like, I like the way you talk too. It was. We love it. We tell all of our friends that if you've never cruised before, you got to do it at least once, and go on there with the spirit of fun and fellowship, meet new friends and all that. And you do that on Carnival. You do not do that as much on Royal in our experience. We're going to test it. We're going to test it in December.
I always joke about this, okay? and people ask me, and this is just a joke because this didn't really happen, but someone asked me like, what's the difference between like a Carnival cruise and a Royal Caribbean cruise? And I always tell them, like, if you're running for the elevator, the Carnival, they'll be like, are you coming? Okay. And they'll hold the door for you. And on Royal, they'll be like,
Oh,
They'll hit the close the elevator button.
And we have a lot of friends and and everybody, and they cruise other lines, but they say they always come back to Carnival. In the end, they always come back, and it's just more, I don't know, that family feeling. I don't know. It's just and we said all that the crew makes Carnival. I mean, they do.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
You know, here's a funny thing. Dave, we met God, I wish I could remember his name, but I'm 53 years old, and I probably need to take that Prevagen. $75 a bottle to fix my memory. But anyways, the guy, we were on a back-to-back end of Vista, and he was awesome. He was a Red Frog Pub guy. She does the martinis and stuff. I'm the beer guy. I dabble with the martinis when I get lazy. And don't want to run and get beer, but he was giving me 2 beers at a time in a bucket. He was charging my card 5 minutes later. He was doing stuff like getting creative, like charging her card for some of my beers. And we got to be really good buddies. Yeah, we got to be buddies with him. And his brother, they're from Indonesia, works on Royal. And he told us that the difference between Royal and Carnival is Royal encourages their crew to be friendly and efficient and work hard, but they don't want to be too personal and joking around with the guests. Whereas Carnival encourages those guys to joke around with you and be personable with you and build friendships with you. Well, and he did say that. So that's pretty interesting. And
that was interesting.
You can see it.
We had 2 bartenders in the Red Frog Pub on the Legend in December and got to be. I was just messaging the one on Facebook the other night to see if he was going to be back, and he's taking a little break from ships now, but these guys were fantastic. And like you said, you know, you take care of them, they take care of you kind of thing. And they took very good care of us that week, you know, that just little extra here or there or whatever. But they told us, like, they had both been with the company quite a while. And they were both offered the Mardi Gras, and they turned it down. And they took the smaller ships. And they said, to be honest with you, they do better on the smaller ships. Because the big ships are like production lines, and it's just one guest after another. Where the small ships, they build that relationship with the guest, so their tips are better. And he was honest with us. He said, we do better because you build that one-on-one, that relationship. You make friends with people. And, so it's kind of cool.
Howie Cruz just said that no one holds the elevator for them, but it could be because they have 3 kids. When they come in for the elevator,
they're the ones pushing all the buttons, right?
Yep.
They hear Brian yelling with that Southern Jersey accent. They're like, "Oh man, we got a Jersey yeller here. Close the door." Yo, hold the door, man. He's yelling.
That was a terrible impression. He sounds nothing like that.
Well, listen, give me time. I got time. We're cruising with those guys twice.
It is 7:58 our time, and we really want everybody to be able to go support Bill and Lucy.
Absolutely.
Yes. So we're going to go ahead.
Well, we have to do our third question.
Yeah, we'll do our third question. So we'll go ahead and we'll look, because you guys want to go. We'll be there, Bill and Lucy. We're wrapping up. Thank you guys so much. We really enjoyed our time with you. I hope everybody
thank you.
a little better.
We got to cruise with you guys.
Yes.
We were going to be on the Legend with you to Greenland, but we had to cancel that because of Wi-Fi issues with her. She couldn't be in seat for 14 straight days without
I have to work, and I won't.
Yeah.
I don't think the Wi-Fi is going to be reliable enough. So everybody, if you're not already subscribed to Dave and Brandy's Excursions, please go do so. They're amazing, as you can see, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Okay?
Yes, thank you
absolutely.
So much. We really appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. Last
here we
question.
go.
Aren't they awesome?
I
love them.
I really feel bad that they were having the audio issues, and like we said, we don't want to be cutting into MGM's time.
No,
Bill and Lucy support us, and we're going to support them.
Yep.
So the last question to win some Huddle swag is: how many cruises do we have booked on the Carnival celebration right now?
Good question. Good question on the fly.
I had to be creative. How many cruises do we have booked on the Carnival celebration right now?
Cruise World, I don't know if they're on there. I forgot to ask them. Have Luggage Will Travel 3, Todd 2.
Yep, there you go.
Who was it?
It's 3.
And How We Cruise.
Yep.
That's the first one.
How We Cruise got it.
How We Cruise.
How We Cruise.
Oh, let's get the crowd go wild here. I'm so terrible at this. Ready? Delayed reaction.
Okay, well, that wasn't crowd going wild.
That's
that
all
was
right.
air
That's all
horn.
That's all right.
But anyways, How We Cruise, you are a winner. Victoria Donnelly, 4. Yeah,
We wish, sister.
yeah,
We'll get there.
we have the inaugural U.S. sailing. We have the group cruise, the family group cruise, which you guys should book if you're not already booked on it. That is May 20 or May, what is it?
May for the
no,
group,
I'm forgetting. May 20th.
Yeah.
May 20th, 2023. Contact Amanda at Have Luggage Will Travel or Siobhan at Parker's on the Go and book that. We need to get that one sold out, guys. It's going to be just an awesome time. And then we are going to be on the celebration in October of 2023, and I cannot remember the date. I'm going to say the 22nd. And that's going to be another one. It's a group cruise with Beach Please and AK Adventures. Yeah. So that's who that one's going to be with. So anyways, that's what we got.
And Dave and Brandy are going to be on the vlogger cruise. Yay.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Another vlogger cruise. Man, that is going to be incredible.
Be off the hook. I don't know how they're going to pull it off because there's so many of us, but
Dave
we'll
and Brandy,
probably be in little pods of people intermixing and hanging out.
We're going to do our own little get together in New Orleans Friday night and Saturday.
Yeah, so Cruise World and Dave and Brandy, if you guys are flying in early and you don't have anything planned, let us know. A bunch of us are going to get together and hang out beforehand.
Josh and Amanda from Have Luggage Will Travel are they're not going on the cruise, but they're going to drive to New Orleans.
And the Mannings are too.
And the Mannings, and they're going to stay 2 nights. They're going to stay Friday night and Saturday night. They're going to show us around. Josh says he could be mayor of the city. They love him there.
Oh, they can't cruise in January. Oh, which one are you guys going on that they asked about then? I'm so sorry. I have to look.
I didn't think they were going on a vlogger.
Oh, I can't. I lost it already.
All right,
we'll figure it out.
But that's it, guys. We're going to go ahead and call it a night. We want to thank you guys for tuning in.
Yep, and I will be in contact with you, Eddie Lugo, Traveler Bus, and How We Cruise.
And we're
prizes.
We're looking for guests for next week. And we will announce that as soon as we have someone booked. And again, we appreciate you guys being here. We love you. Have a good night.
Have a great night and a great week, everybody.